Hey everyone, ShabbyMania here and welcome back to our 205 Live Universe mode. This is the beginning of our ShabbyMania 4-part finale. Cracking episode for you this evening, starting up with our LuchaMania Invitational. And here we go then with the Lucha Invitational, LuchaMania. Alright, first of all, we have got someone who we already knew was going to be in this match, of course, Kalisto. Pretty big name for this one, and probably one of the favourites. And second up then in this LuchaMania match is going to be Sin Cara. And here is the next member of this match. Number 3 is Gran Metalik. Next up then we have got Lince Dorado. Next up then, well, expectedly, we have got Rey Mysterio Jr. Right, now should be the interesting ones, because I think those are all the luchas we have on the roster at this point in time. Oh, it's Psychosis, wow. Blast from the past. In comes little luchador from the 90s, Psychosis. And next up, oh, hello. Making his first appearance in 205 Live, it's going to be Rey Fénix. And the final member of this match, probably quite obvious now. It is Pentagon Jr. Right, so here we go then in the LuchaMania Invitational. This is an 8-man elimination match. Of course, last man standing wins. Of course, I just had to point out one thing. I planned this match out before Fénix and Pentagon signed their AEW contract, so it is slightly unrealistic as now, but does not matter either way. I still think it's going to be a cracking match, and we can span the laws. We don't have to stick to the real laws, do we? We can do whatever the hell we want. It's our channel. So, either way, lots of fantastic lucha action in the ring. It's going to be a cracking episode, this one. We've got this match. Next up, we've got Ricochet versus Ultimo Dragon. And our main event will see Mustafa Ali versus Rob Van Dam in a best 2 out of 3 tables match. So lots of action coming up for you in this episode. Like I said, there is a 4-part finale of our 205 Live Universe mode. So every championship will be defended, of course. And don't forget as well, just to remind everyone, we are going into our big finale, which is Neville versus Hideo Itami for the Cruiserweight Championship. But do not forget that Kyle O'Reilly does have that Money in the Bank should he wish to cash it in. He doesn't have to, as I've said before. He can keep that Money in the Bank briefcase and cash it in next season. They'll have to wait some time for that to happen. So it's up to him. He can keep it or he can cash it in at some point in the next 4 episodes. So we'll have to wait and see what the plan is for that. Right. Anyway, back to the action. I'm going to really struggle to keep on top of the action, to be honest with you, because there is so much going on at the same time. We have got Fénix and Kalisto in the ring. Potentially a dream match for a lot of Lucha Libre fans. In comes Sin Cara and Rey, as well as, oh, Fénix just cross bodies Kalisto over the top rope. In comes Psychosis. with Lince Dorado. Of course, Psychosis is a legendary cruiserweight from the same sort of time in WCW with Rey Mysterio. Of course, they had Juventud Guerrero as the other one of the big three Mexicans over there at the time. They also had likes of Vampiro, La Parca, Conan, them sort of people over there as well at the same sort of time, which is pretty cool. Psychosis also worked ECW. I can't remember if it was Psychosis or Hoovy, but one of them had a fantastic Falls Count Anywhere match against Rey Mysterio at one point, which was really cool in ECW. I've got it on DVD somewhere. I have to dig it out at some point. But it was a cracking match. You'll probably be able to find it on the network now because all of ECW's on there, isn't it? Nice Kalisto just dropping Phoenix flat on his face. And I just want to point something out quickly before we start this video. And it's a bit of a personal note for me, so I do apologise. I probably shouldn't have done this in this video, to be honest. But I'm going to be trying to cut down a little bit on the amount of work that I'm doing on this. I mean, it's nobody's fault apart from my own. I've probably got involved in doing too much things at once, so I'm going to try and cut things down and make a bit more balance myself. So I will be able to load in just one big video per day, either FIFA or a 2K video, and maybe just one of the other things that I'm doing per day. So probably just 2 videos a day. I'll do more on a weekend, but I think for the moment just 2 videos a day is... Because I'm not getting a chance to do anything else I want to do. I don't get a chance to... The thing is, I started doing these videos because I enjoy watching the wrestling, but now I'm not getting to watch the wrestling because I spend all my time recording and editing and uploading videos. So if I get a bit more balance back, that's the only reason why. If I do manage to get ahead of myself, we'll boost up the uploads again. But yeah, just want to cut down a little bit. But so probably not the time or place to say that, but I just want to get it out of the way there and then, just in case it is noticed. It shouldn't hopefully be too noticeable, because I'm just cutting some of the crap that nobody really watches anyway, that, you know, just slightly slows things down ever so slightly and not noticeable. Right, Pentagon stalking Metallic in the ring. Pentagon is going to catch him. He's going to hook those arms. He's going to look in for the package pile driver. Lovely maneuver. Oh, but Metallic rolls outside the ring. I thought Pentagon might go for the pin there and try and get the first elimination, but Grand Metallic very cleverly just gets out of the ring and avoids being pinned. A lot of action still going on in the ring here. Of course, we should start to see some eliminations pretty soon. It'll be interesting when these teams, when these wrestlers start to work together. Now, remember, Kalisto and Sin Cara are both part of the Lucha Dragons. We have got Gran Metalik and Lince Dorado of the Lucha House Party. Also, potentially, Rey and Psychosis could work together. Of course, they're very knowledgeable on each other, so that's a potential. But also, of course, Phoenix and Pentagon as well. The Lucha Brothers. That could be pretty interesting as well. So a lot of action going on. There doesn't seem to be any allegiances at the moment as well. Kalisto the boots to the face of Psychosis. Nice dropkick there by Sin Cara, taking down Pentagon. Gravitate now front chance here on Lince Dorado as well. Flips over the top. Looking for... yeah, the backdrop. Nice elbow drop there by Gran Metalik. Phoenix now, nice. Hurricanrana hooks the legs of Psychosis. 1, 2. Still not a first elimination yet in this LuchaMania Invitational 8-man elimination match. Oh, nice takedown there by Gran Metalik. That could be enough. 1, 2. I think that's going to be their first elimination. It is. It's Gran Metalik eliminating Lince Dorado. I was saying about potentially teams working together, but there we see one member of the Lucha House Party eliminating another one. So we are down to our final 7 now. I feel like we're going to start to get eliminations a bit more often now. Titus is going to start to set in some high impact maneuvers. There we go, sunset flip bomb to the outside. Powerbombing Rey Mysterio to the ground. And look at that, Pentagon and Phoenix, the 2-man in the ring on their feet, and then Pentagon takes Phoenix out. Those two have seen them battle fantastically well over time. What was the match where they debuted? I think it was... I think it might have been Pentagon versus Phoenix versus Drago. Was like the debut for the three. Well, that's Phoenix gone. Wow. Phoenix is out. We're down to 6. Yeah, Pentagon versus Phoenix versus Drago, I think, might have been a triple threat in the first season of Lucha Underground. And again, just talking about earlier on, I've got Lucha Underground Season 1 and Season 2 on DVD that I've not watched. I think I was Season 3 as well. And I just haven't had a chance to watch them either. I've not been watching NXT, NXT UK. I still haven't watched All In. I haven't watched any of these sort of things yet, so I want to try and just catch up with a few things and get a bit more balance, I suppose, if you look at it that way. We'll figure it out. Anyway then, down to 6. We've got Rey Mysterio, Sin Cara, Gran Metalik, Kalisto, Psychosis, and Pentagon Jr. Nice tornado DDT there by Psychosis on Pentagon. I'd love to do an ECW Universe mode at some point as well. There's be a ton of crazy gimmick matches for no apparent reason. Great springboard crossbody by Gran Metalik, but Rey Mysterio kicked out. So that'd be a massive elimination for someone if they can eliminate Rey Mysterio from this match. Nice. Jumps up into the Hurricanrana. Good uppercut there by Sin Cara as Phoenix finally gets back up to his feet on the outside. He also has been eliminated. Sit-out powerbomb there by Sin Cara on Rey Mysterio. It's ironic because Sin Cara was supposed to be WWE's long-term replacement to Mysterio, I think, wasn't he? Never really worked out that well, did it? Senton bomb there by Sin Cara on Rey. There's the pin. Slowly but surely. That could be enough, you know. 1, 2. No, only a 2 count still. Psychosis back in the ring. Going after Rey. Taking... Well, it didn't really work, did it, really? Because Gran Metalik got him from behind as well. Rey now, though. 619 on Sin Cara. He's going to head up to the top, but Sin Cara smartly rolls out of the way. And Rey, what on earth happened there? I think Rey went for a frog splash by the looks of it, but Kalisto pulled Gran Metalik out the way, and Rey almost landed feet first and broke his legs. Gran Metalik gets out the back of the vertical suplex by... Oh, there we go. Steve Del Sol, was that on... I think it was... Oh, it's not... It is, yes. Steve Del Sol on Pentagon, and Pentagon, I think, has been eliminated. I'm pretty sure he was, so wow, both Pentagon and Phoenix are out. I really thought those two would do really well, you know, but evidently not the case. Kalisto now just draping Gran Metalik over the top. Brings him back and drops a knee right into his face as Psychosis tries to crawl away. Super kick to the gut of Kalisto, just clotheslines into the outside. Great chance here for Psychosis to really bring himself back into the picture. Big uppercut by Gran Metalik. I feel like Psychosis is still going, you know, in Mexico, so I might be wrong. But I'm sure I've seen his name, like, mentioned in, like, AAA videos and so forth. Sin Cara now brings Psychosis back up to his feet. All the way around, and there he is. Wow, that's the finisher maneuver of Sin Cara, of course. Spins around into the cross armbar. Really cool maneuver, but is Psychosis going to be able to crawl away? He's trying to crawl away, but he's just grabbing a hold of the referee. Referee's just inadvertently blocking him, I think, but it was not a submission. Well, it was a submission, but he did not submit. What I'm trying to say. Psychosis back up. Sin Cara hits him with a jawbreaker. Into the crucifix bomb. Keeps it for the pin. 1, 2. Only a 2 count still. We are down to 5 competitors in this match. I can't imagine it's going to be too long before we see more eliminations as Rey trying to bring... Oh no, he's going to drop Gran Metalik face first on the steps. Boot right in the face there by Sin Cara on Psychosis. Kalisto gets dropping Gran Metalik on his face on the apron. Sin Cara sends Psychosis into the turnbuckle, and Sin Cara taking Psychosis down and catching with a cross armbar. The arm drag takedown as well, the hip toss, shall I say. I'll get it right eventually. Third time lucky, eh? Kalisto sends Rey back into the ring. Kalisto joins him. Went for a drop kick there, Sin Cara, but Psychosis able to slap him away. Takedown there by Psychosis. On Psychosis, should I say. Rey with a frog splash on Kalisto. He's not gone for the pin for some reason. Why has he not gone for the pin? Seems crazy. You had him eliminated there, more or less. Ray there with a front chancery on Kalisto. I hope I don't miss it. There's just so much going on at the moment. I just can't keep track of everything. Nice sunset flip bomb there by Ray on Kalisto. Only a 2 though. Ray just powerbombs Kalisto. Now Ray heading up top. I mean, is Psychosis out? There's another frog splash there by Ray into the pin. 1, 2, and 3. And we're definitely down to 4, potentially 3. I'm not sure, to be honest. Psychosis could have been eliminated. I'm not 100% sure. Ray taking Metallic down with the kicks. Sin Cara catches him. I don't know if Psychosis has been eliminated or not. I'm so bad at keeping track of this sort of thing. I've said before, I keep flickering my eyes between my recording screen and my actual TV screen. No, Psychosis is not out. I didn't think he was. He wasn't out, but he just went to the outside like they normally do. Right. So we are down to 4. Psychosis and Ray still going. Nice. Hurricanrana to the kneeling opponent, and then Sin Cara hits Ray with the same maneuver, then Sin Cara just jumps on top of Psychosis, trying to steal the pin. And, oh, it's only a 2 count. It was close, though. Very close. Sin Cara now sends Psychosis into the corner. Boot in the face there by Psychosis. Sin Cara catch him with the boot in the gut, and tell you what, Gramatilik's done a good job outside, just hanging around and spend as much time as possible recuperating, because that's really given him the chance to relax and get back in this one. He tries to get straight back in the action, and Psychosis does not allow it. Psychosis dropping Ray face first now, spinning kick in the gut of Gramatalik, who fights back. We're down to a final 4 now. Then one of these 4 guys is going to win this first 205 Live LuchaMania Invitational. Nice one. Gramatalik, you really showcased your ability there to completely miss an opponent. Well done. Gramatalik now sends Psychosis into the corner. And it's reversed. What is this? Oh, nice. Rolling Death Valley driver by Psychosis. Ray brings Gramatalik back up to his feet and then goes after Psychosis, hooks him up on the ropes, but Gramatalik said, nope, we're not getting any 619s here today. Really, they must be annoying the crowd. Psychosis being a very clever man and breaking the pinfall and elimination match. Obviously, that's what everyone does. So we've got the 2 legends in Psychosis and Rey Mysterio, and we've got the 2, I want to say up-and-comers. Gramatalik's an up-and-comer. Sin Cara's probably had his chance and failed. Who is Sin Cara now? I haven't seen him in ages. I mean, not the original one, because he went back, didn't he, and became Mystico again, but the Sin Cara they kept, Hunico. I don't remember seeing him very often, but I might be wrong, you never know. Hurricanrana there by Ray, and there goes Sin Cara up onto the ropes. Boom. Ray now up on top, 619. It went for the elbow. Why did the elbow drop? What? That's crazy. I want to go for the frog splash and get the win. Sin Cara now sending Ray shoulder first into the ropes. Sin Cara and Ray now get back together. There's just too much action going on still, isn't there? Sin Cara being taken down by Psychosis. He gets caught with the jawbreaker. Ray now heads up top. Ray stalking Psychosis. And flip. Really should have waited for him to turn around, but they've got the flip to the back of him. Jawbreaker by Psychosis. Even more painful with that jawbreaker by Psychosis because of the horns. That's taken there by Mystico. Now catches Psychosis, who gets Mystico. Oh, Mystico. Grand Metalik and drops him neck first across that top rope. This is just craziness, this match now. And he's got to come to an end eventually, surely. We were expecting this massive opening 8-man elimination match, I must admit. I wish the game was a bit more thoughtful, I suppose is the best way of putting it. I've said this before in these sort of matches, everyone's very grabby. Everyone wants to grab a hold of everyone. DDT there by Grand Metalik on Sin Cara. There's the pin. 1, 2. Only a 2 count still. Shouldn't be a win really on a DDT, should it? Ray, lovely manoeuvre by Ray. I'm liking that. Ray now taking Grand Metalik up, who stumbles the entire way across the ring. Ray hits him with the 619 up on top. Ray's feeling, I was going to say froggy, but no, he's feeling splashy. He hits Metalik with a splash, and surely now he's got to go for the pin, and that should be another elimination. No, he doesn't go for the pin. What is wrong with these people? What is wrong with these people? It confuses me sometimes why they don't go for the pin when they should do, and when they do go for the pin when they shouldn't do, but you know. Hey ho. Nice Psychosis ramming Ray face first onto his knee. It looks like Sin Cara is bleeding. It's difficult to tell when you're wearing a mask. Sin Cara now taking Psychosis down, big elbow to the head. Sin Cara up top, Grand Metalik catches him. Frankensteiner over the top of Psychosis, but I think Metalik did land on Psychosis. Clever maneuver. Nice takedown there by Psychosis on Grand Metalik. There needs to be more though, doesn't there? We need another big elimination, I think. Big maneuver there by Metalik. And again, he doesn't go for the pin, though. Metalik sends Psychosis into the corner. Psychosis avoids him. Spinning heel kick. 2. And 3. And there goes Grand Metalik. We're down to our final 3. Ray now in with a 619. Ray heads up top. Is he feeling froggy this time? No, he's not. He's going to go for the same he went for last time, unless he's going to hopefully hit it this time. He does. The West Coast pop. There's the pin. 1, 2, and 3. We've got a spate of eliminations now. We're down to our final 2. Sin Cara versus Rey Mysterio Jr. Is Ray going to confirm himself at the top? Or is Sin Cara going to showcase his ability for stepping up? Ray with the elbow into the knee. We're down to our final 2 now. Lots of action. Ray sends Sin Cara across. He can barely stay on his feet anymore, Sin Cara. Just tripping over. Ray now bringing Sin Cara back into the ring. It seems like only a matter of time before Ray finishes Sin Cara. Sin Cara just pointing for some reason to Ray on the outside. God knows why. Ray taking him down. Beautiful Lucha Libre style. Head scissors takedown. Ray now with Sin Cara up his shoulder. Sin Cara. Oh, Ray's back went. Okay, this match definitely taking its toll on Rey Mysterio as well. And Ray maybe looking for that Hurricane he likes to set up the 619 with. But Sin Cara saw it coming. Sin Cara now, tornado. Has the arm hooked. Is Ray going to tap? No, Ray managed to get out. Sin Cara now dragging Ray into the middle. Going to go for the pin. 1, 2. Only a 2 count. Sin Cara now bringing Ray back up. Big clothesline there by Sin Cara, but Ray pops back up to his feet. Sin Cara tripping Ray over and folds him up into the half Boston Crab. Ray pops free. Boot in the gut of Sin Cara now, hooks himself on top. Sunset flip bomb, but too close to the ropes to keep him for the pin. Ray's going to head up to top either way. Feeling froggy? No, he's not. West Coast, again to the back. Why are you West Coast popping to the back? Oh my god, you may cost yourself the match here. Oh my god, that would have been so embarrassing if he cost himself the match. It really would have been. That's X Factor there by Rey Mysterio on Sin Cara. Ray pops up to the top now. Into the frog splash. Finally does hit the frog splash. His homage to his late great friend Eddie Guerrero. He will be in the final part of this video. But Rey Mysterio Jr. does get the victory in the LuchaMania Invitational. And who else would win? Except obviously the most notorious Lucha Libre wrestler in history. Rey Mysterio Jr. What a match that was. It was a long match, wasn't it? 34 minutes. That's an opening match and a half. That's an entire episode for us normally. But 34 minutes in this LuchaMania Invitation. We've still got 2 matches left for you this evening. We've still got Ricochet versus Ultimo Dragon coming up. And then our main event of the evening will be Mustafa Ali versus Rob Van Dam in a best 2 out of 3 tables match. But there we go. Rey Mysterio Jr. wins a long-standing... I don't know why these people are outside. Again, I just see Lince Dorado and Psychosis in the background there. And Kalisto and that are on the ground there. And they've all left. We saw them walk to the back. So why they're all back and crouched on the outside, I've got no idea. But there we go. Anyway, great win for Ray. And thank you for surviving that entire match. It was a long one. And here we go then. Here's our second match of the evening. Ricochet takes on Ultimo Dragon in a real showcase of a legendary talent. So first of all then, we have got one of, if not the best high flyer in the entire world. And of course it's so fantastic to have him on the game. We have got King Ricochet. Next up then, we have got showcasing his ability, an absolute legend in wrestling. Somebody I have seen wrestle live as well in Stevenage. I know, half of you wondering, where the hell is Stevenage? But it was pretty cool actually. He wrestled in a tag team match, of course, probably not at the age where he could continue a full singles match on his own, but we're going to see the best out of him. And here we go. Yeah, one of my most prized possessions, I think I mentioned this a few times before, one of my most prized possessions is my signed Japanese Ultimo Dragon figure I have. I think that's a really cool thing to have. I mean, that's really something that not a lot of wrestling fans have got, so that was really cool. It did cost me 50 quid. purchased directly from Mr. Dragon's wife, or Mrs. Dragon. So that's a really cool thing I own, that is. Strong start here from Ultimo Dragon, taking Ricochet down. Ultimo Dragon seems to have a bit of a size advantage here over Ricochet. But Ricochet, I think, is definitely going to have the youth advantage, the pace advantage here as well. I mean, Cruiserweight wrestling back in the 90s when Ultimo Dragon was big was good. I mean, it was very good. But I feel like people like Ricochet have really taken it to a new level. Ricochet, oh, look at that headlock driver. Taking control of Ultimo Dragon now. I mean, it's crazy after the match we've just had that was so long. It's crazy to have this match coming after. I mean, that match should have been a full episode, really. Ricochet boot in the gut of Ultimo, and then nice running one-legged kick. There's a pin by Ricochet. One. No, not even a one count. Ricochet went for the kick to the back of Ultimo. Ultimo avoids it, gets back up on his feet and drops Ricochet. I think Ultimo's definitely going to have a massive experience advantage here. I mean, Ricochet's got quite a lot of experience himself, don't get me wrong. He's wrestled all over the world, in Mexico, Japan, Europe, and as well America, and some of the best places in the world. That Ultimo Dragon has been wrestling for an incredibly long time. He knows everything, doesn't he, really? He's been around the block a few times. He's wrestled every type of opponent. Ultimo now brings Ricochet back up. Ricochet with the uppercut. Underneath into the Northern Light suplex. Nice spiral vertical by Ricochet. Brings Ultimo back up in a gut wrench position. Deadlift, gut wrench, powerbomb. Incredible maneuver. Ricochet now heading up to the top. An elbow drop to the spine of Ultimo. And Ricochet really showcased his ability here, in control of Ultimo. Owner for a 2 count though. Ricochet back up, but Ultimo catches him with the Dragon Screw. Clever maneuver against a fellow cruiserweight, a Dragon Screw. Because if you can take away the legs, then you can really reduce the amount of high-flying ability they can bring to this match. Ultimo there with the jawbreaker into a crossbody. Ultimo now heading up to the top as well. Willing Ricochet back up to you. I don't know what Ultimo's planning here. And Ultimo is really taking the control. There's the pin. 1, 2, only a 2 count. Nice jawbreaker there by Ricochet. Taking Ultimo up onto his shoulders. Dropping him neck first across that top rope. Ricochet drops into the pin. Is this going to be enough? I doubt it, but no, it's only a 2 count. Once again, the Ultimo able to turn things around. Catches Ricochet into that reverse suplex. And a real back and forth match this one. I mean, Ricochet looks like he's dominated large portions of it, but fantastic work by Ultimo to really stay in this match. Pin by Ultimo, only for a 1 count. The referee was very slow getting down, which doesn't really help, does it? Ricochet now back up. Boot right in the gut of Ultimo. Taking him down once again. Nice by Ricochet. Once again, that spiral suplex. Ricochet ducks a clothesline and gets caught with a second one. Ultimo bringing Ricochet back up to his feet. Up he goes into a running sit-out powerbomb, a Liger bomb. Only a 2 count. Great match here between these two. And there's that, well, Slido Sol, isn't it? But I don't know what it was called when Ultimo used to do it. Either way, it's enough. It's got the win. Ultimo Dragon gets the win over Ricochet, the legend, showing that he still has it. What a win for Ultimo. I really thought Ricochet was going to have that, you know. He seemed to be... I don't know, he just seemed to have the ability. He seemed to be dominating the match. Seemed to be putting in the most high effective maneuvers. But eventually, Ultimo Dragon, using his superior experience to stay in this match and know the correct time to strike, and it was effective because he gets the victory over Ricochet. Well done to Ultimo Dragon. Really a great showcase of ability. Ultimo, there we go, taking Ricochet up, running sit-out powerbomb. Great maneuver. Really, really good maneuver. But it wasn't enough for the win. But that Slid del Sol, whatever it was when Ultimo Dragon used to use it, was enough to get the victory. And, well, so far in this episode, it's 2-0 to the Legends. In the battle of Legends versus up-and-coming talent. Legends are hammering this one, aren't they? 2-0, Rey Mysterio Jr. and Ultimo Dragon getting the wins. Let's see if Mustafa Ali can get a win for the up-and-comers, or whether Rob Van Dam will make it 3 out of 3 for the Legends. And here we go then, our main event of the evening. Mustafa Ali takes on Rob Van Dam in a best 2 out of 3 tables match. Here we go then. First of all, we have got Mustafa Ali, who I'm absolutely gutted last night. Obviously was pulled out of the Elimination Chamber match last minute due to injury. It was really... I was so excited to see him in that match. I thought it was really going to bring some freshness to that main event picture on SmackDown. I mean, it's got... I'm not saying it's got stale, but it's got very much the same over the last year or so, which is why I'm looking forward to the shake-up. But, yeah, I feel like this is going to be an interesting time for Mustafa Ali, and this is a great chance to prove himself in our 205 Live Universe mode as well. And his opponent... Oh, okay. Okay, for some reason we're skipping Rob Van Dam's entrance. I'm not quite sure why, but either way, it is what it is, I suppose. Yeah. Don't quite know why we're skipping that, but there we go. Anyway, this is a best 2 out of 3 falls tables match. So the first person to put their opponent through a table twice wins. I mean, you can go through a table once, it's not a problem, but you've got to go through twice to officially lose the match. So this should be pretty fun. This is, essentially, we wanted to try and showcase Rob Van Dam in his, well, his best, which was when he was part of ECW. And I thought this was a great way of doing that. Very for Mustafa Ali to prove what he can do as well here. Showcases one of the best. Like I said, I feel so bad for Mustafa Ali. I mean, being knocked out, not knocked out as such, but being injured to a point where he can't compete in that. Don't get me wrong, he was never going to win the Elimination Chamber. Don't get me wrong. I feel like this AJ Styles, Daniel Bryan feud is going to continue to WrestleMania and hopefully give us a fantastic WrestleMania main event. So I'm hoping that's going to be the case anyway. So he was never going to win it, but still it was his big chance to showcase himself on a main event of a pay-per-view. I mean, he's done pretty well. He's got a pinfall over Daniel Bryan episode of SmackDown, but I feel like to get himself on a main event of a pay-per-view would have been amazing for him. But there's still time. I'm sure we'll give him an opportunity at some point. Nice tornado DDT there by Mustafa Ali, who drops the boots now into Rob Van Dam. I think stat-wise, these two are pretty even. Rob Van Dam, though, taking Mustafa Ali down. Mustafa Ali gets caught, but then just clotheslines RVD into the corner. RVD. It's taken, so I got distracted. There was a noise outside. I'm just looking out the window. It's alright. It's like 12:30 at night, and there shouldn't be noises outside this time of night. It's fine. There's no one there. Mustafa Ali brings the table in. Looking to try and get the first fall of this match. So there's still more noises outside. And I hear footsteps. Mustafa Ali then with the jawbreaker on Rob Van Dam. Now it does have the table. Is he going to try and set it up? Oh, let's be a bit better. We've had a couple of tag team table matches recently and they've been a bit of a mess. I feel like everyone just tries to grab the table too much. I think if there's a bit of AI going on, it might be a bit easier and smoother in a singles match. It would help if you threw him into the corner of the table, was it, one of the Mustafa Ali. That would make a lot of sense. But and then RVD goes and drop kicks the opposite direction. So nothing really makes a lot of sense anyway. Mustafa Ali now taking Rob Van Dam up. Rob Van Dam's a good shout for him to be part of AEW, you know. I think he's having a match pretty soon in TNA, isn't he? RVD and Sabu taking on someone and someone. Might be the Lucha Brothers, actually, in a tag team match. That's pretty cool. So I'd be interested if Rob Van Dam does get maybe put in AEW at some point. They could use a bit more star power name, and he might be one of the ones. Rob Van Dam springs Mustafa Ali off the ropes. Mustafa Ali sent gut first into the table. And again, Mustafa Ali sent into the corner. Rob Van Dam now draping Mustafa Ali over the top. What's he looking for here? He's not going to go for knees, is he? He is. Knee drop. Wow. And RVD, remember, does have that table set up. Oh, Mustafa Ali trying to hip toss him through it, I think. Mustafa Ali now vertical suplex. If he'd rotated that mid-air like Ricochet's one, he could have got the win there. RVD now sends Mustafa Ali over the top. Mustafa Ali fights back with a forearm. RVD shaken from that one, as you can see. Mustafa Ali, reverse DDT. What rhymed? Nice. So they're both really ignoring the table still at this point. Remember, you've got to put your opponent through a table twice to win this match, not just once. Nice Hurricane Rider there by Rob Van Dam on Mustafa Ali. Rob Van Dam. By the way, they've got his taunts and everything in the game, so I don't know why they just don't put people like RVD in. I mean, they know he's a popular person for these people to play. RVD, here we go. Northern Light suplex through the table. Wow. What a maneuver there from RVD, showing his experience in this type of match to just get an elimination out of nowhere there. Right, so that's 1-0 to Rob Van Dam. Out of nowhere with that Northern Light suplex. Like I said, it's already 2-0 to the Legends in this episode tonight. I know a lot of people are not keen on this whole Legend scenario, but this is a very Legend-heavy episode. The next two or next three are not going to be. There's a lot more normal stuff going in the next three, so do not worry if you're not so much into the Legends. I do feel like it's nice to give some of these guys... You've got to think with the Legends matches, it's a chance for some of these names like Mustafa Ali, who didn't qualify for anything, to have something fun to do. As oh my god, RVD's got him up. RVD just powerbombed him through the table. Wow, RVD's just destroyed Mustafa Ali. It's 3-0 to the Legends. I was just about to say, this is a perfect way for guys like Mustafa Ali, who didn't qualify for a championship match or anything like that, or didn't create a feud or anything like that, to have something to do that was pretty fun and to showcase their ability. But it's not worked too well, has it? Because we have seen Rey Mysterio beat a lot of upcoming young cruiserweights, Lucha Libre. We saw Ultimo Dragon get the victory over Ricochet. And now Rob Van Dam has just put Mustafa Ali through a table twice in short succession to win this best 2 out of 3 tables match. But there we go. So well done to the Legends. You've really dominated here this evening. Like I said, if you're not too much into the Legends, then don't worry, because the next 3 episodes are not so Legend heavy. Let me grab my paperwork. Right. So in part number 2 of our ShabbyMania 205 Live Universe Mode finale, we'll be seeing Leo Rush versus Mike Kanellis in a best 2 out of 3 falls match. We will see Jushin Thunder Liger taking on Sami Zayn. Okay, that's our 1 Legend match in the next episode. And then we will see Roderick Strong defend his Light Heavyweight Championship. Of course, we didn't have a time to really sort anything out with that because he won it pretty close to the actual pay-per-view. So we're just going to put that out in an open challenge. So that's our next video. The video after that will be Finn Balor versus Adam Cole 1-on-1. Drew Gulak versus Dean Malenko. That's our Legend match for that one. And then the Cruiserweight Tag Team Ladder match, Fatal 4-Way, The New Day versus Tyler Bate and Pete Dunne versus Red Dragon versus Tony Nese and Cedric Alexander. And then the final will be a couple of matches here I've not announced, really. Here we go. Austin Aries, Rich Swann and Matt Sydal of Reborn taking on Travis Banks, Morgan Webster and Zach Gibson in a 6-man tag. Eddie Guerrero versus Andrade Cien Almas in a cage match. And then a finale of that will be Neville versus Hideo Itami in the Cruiserweight Championship match. But don't forget, as I keep mentioning, Kyle O'Reilly does have that Money in the Bank briefcase to hand in at some point. So we need to remember that. Anyway, that's what's left for 205 Live, and as soon as 205 Live's finished, we will look at beginning our NXT UK Universe mode, which I know a lot of people are very hyped about. Of course, if you've enjoyed this video, please do hit a like. Of course, subscribe if you want to see some more. I've been Shabby Gamer. Thank you much for watching, and I'll see you very, very soon for our next episode of 205 Live. Bye.